another episode. Ryan and Kevin here with Chaos MMA, and today we have Nate Richardson. Nate, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. So before we get into the fight and everything, how was your 2020 for you with COVID and training with everything going on?
It's been tough. Not gonna lie, it's been very tough. Like I said, I have to do most of my camp outside Minnesota, so basically in New Mexico.
Okay. Wow. So, and now speaking of that and training and everything, how was training camp for your recent fight? Did everything go well? Weight cut, everything?
Everything went smoothly. Like I said, I usually plan everything out. So I plan my training schedule, make sure I had a month to train hard as possible to get ready for this fight. The only thing that didn't go well is the judges wise, so didn't get the victory that I wanted to get. But it's that. But everything else was smooth.
Yeah, we'll get into the fight in a little bit, but I just wanted to bring it up. So I saw you were training at the BMF ranch with Cowboy Cerrone. Now, how much does that help you? Because Cowboy Cerrone is a legend in the sport. He's been in the UFC for years now. How much did that help leading up for this fight?
It helped a lot. Like I said, I had a lot of high level training partners down there from D-Rod to Kevin Aguilera, what's his name, John Dodson, all these guys, Jordan. So all these guys then just constantly just kept me pushing, and one thing I learned is I can constantly keep pushing level wise, basically.
Yeah. So how great is it learning from a legend like Cowboy Cerrone?
It's always great to pick his mind. Like I said, one thing, I'm always interested in learning new things I don't know, and he knows a lot and very, very dangerous on the ground. So it just helped watching him, how much he works. I know everybody thinks all we do is play down there. No, we put in a lot of work down there. We just don't show that part.
Yeah, definitely. And now, my bad.
And so the fight, I know it didn't go the way you wanted to, but it was a very close fight. It was a split decision. What did you take away from that fight, and did you learn anything new that you didn't know about yourself before?
I wouldn't say anything new. It's just I need to use my leg kicks a lot more than I normally do. Yeah. Like I said, throughout the fight, was just trying to figure out his range wise. Basically, once we got that down, as you can see in the third round, I pretty much just took over that. But other than that, there was nothing he did that surprised me. The only thing that caught me off guard was that punch that dropped me. I thought I was out of range, but his range is just a little bit longer than I thought it was. But other than that, I'm not disappointed about my performance. I show exactly what level I'm at. And we'll see. I'm excited to get back next time.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a great fight. And now, if there was like one big thing you could say you took away from this fight, like what would it be? Like something you're gonna learn from for the future fights? You could say.
I said the one thing I guess I might have to learn from that my coach is stressing. He said, "Stop being nice to these guys. Go out there and take their head off in the first round. Stop trying to figure them out. Do what you got to do and make them figure you out." So one thing I'm definitely gonna do a little bit better in my next one is I'm gonna come out. Yeah, I'm coming out to take you out.
Yeah.
And like you're just gonna go out there, you're gonna go out there looking for the kill, nothing to worry about. Do you worry about gassing out or no? Because I know a lot of fighters do.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, if you notice anything from my glory or my MMA, fatigue is not something I actually think about because I train my butt off to make sure I'm in shape and ready to go as long as my opponent go. No, fatigue is not something I'm nervous about at all. I make sure my strength condition are on point. And the only thing that's left to do is just make sure I handle business. And like I said, I don't like to go into anything blind. Unfortunately, I couldn't find much tape on my opponent, so I had to make the adjustment as I go during the fight. But normally, like I said, if you're 5'10", 6 feet, I can deal with you. 6'1", something new for me, but I'm gonna learn from that. I'm adjusting. I'm gonna be better than what I normally am.
Yeah, I saw your post with how you talked to Fernando after the fight. Now, how much did that help? Like, was he giving you advice at all about anything that make you better? Like, what was that conversation like after the fight?
Fernando he's a great guy. The one thing he told me about, he said I was hesitating. I said, of course I hesitated. I don't got a training partner who are 6'1". So the reach is kind of something I had to get used to. So I hesitated in the first round. But after we got that done, I came after you. He's like, yeah, your leg kicks are vicious. I didn't want to trade kick for kick with you but we had a great conversation. It's just the respect part. Like I said, it's one thing I told him is I wish him best of luck, wherever how far his career goes. And he know for sure we're going to run into each other again. And hopefully we'll both be better by then. But I got plans on seeing him down the road, either training or in the big leagues.
Is that a rematch you already want back? Like, you want that fight back? Like, did you feel like you could win that fight now next time you go around?
Like I said, I should have won that fight last time, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. If we, like I said, if we meet, like I said, one thing I always tell anybody, if you get away from me, if I don't beat you the first time, you got lucky and you're blessed. But if you run into me again, please understand, you don't get lucky twice. I will finish you.
All right. Yeah. Well, we can. Hopefully we get that in the future again.
It was a fun scrap, though. That's one thing I might admit.
Definitely. Yeah. And is there a certain month you're looking to get back in there?
Like I said, right now I tweaked my hand in the fight, so hopefully 2 weeks. But I plan on being back in 2 months. So 2 months from next month, I'll be right back in fight. I'm trying to get a fight again.
Okay.
So now you fought 2 times in 2020, and we see with COVID and everything, it can be hard sometimes to be active. But you're a very active fighter. Is that something you're looking forward to doing in 2021? Be an active fighter.
Yes. Like I said, last year I only fought twice. This year my goal is to either get 5 or 6. So I got to get back to work.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to LFA at all about an upcoming fight or anything?
We haven't talked to LFA. They was happy with my performance. Other than that, right now it's just making sure my body recover, get back to training camp next week, and start getting ready to get back into camp again and look for something down the road.
Yeah, one of the things we like to ask the fighters, like, about camp and stuff, like, after your fight, do you, like, get higher up and wait from your fight day, like, or do you watch that a little bit? Because I know some fighters watch it, some fighters don't. What about you?
Like I said, normally I try to watch it, but I've blown up till I got up. So right now I just working my way getting back down again, which is not hard since it's only been a week.
Yeah, and well, we can't wait for your return, man. It's always great watching you. That was a very close fight, like you said, it could have gone either way, it was a tough fight. And do you feel like for your next fights, like, you're not going to let it go to the judges now because you want to just not have to worry about that?
I never tried to let it go to the judges.
Yeah,
but like I said, he knew he was up by 2 rounds. So if you notice, he just danced around the last round, so which is fine. But normally I try to finish you either in the second or the third, but I try to finish you. Out of my 8 fights, 9 fights now, I only been to the judges 3 times.
Yeah.
So I normally finish you.
That is true. Yeah, well, we can't wait for your return. Always a lot good watching, like I just said. And last thing here, man, one of the things we like to do at our interviews, we like to get the fighters' predictions on certain fights. And now 2021, it's already starting off crazy. Ben Askren, Jake Paul got announced as a boxing fight. Do you have a official prediction on this one?
For the Jake Paul boxing fight, like I said, unfortunately, I know Jake been putting in some work. I don't know so much about Aspen hands-wise, but boxing is different. So
yeah,
I feel Jake might have the edge on this one. But as an MMA fan, we're all hoping Aspen can pull it off, but chances are Jake might take it.
Yeah, like, don't you feel like if Jake beat Ben, it would be a bad look for MMA, or no? You feel like because Ben's obviously not the best striker, but like he's still very good.
Ben is good in wherever he did everything he does. But like I said, if you truly want to compare an MMA guy, play Weston and Jake against a MMA striker, and we'll find out if you're just really about that.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's picking his matchup right, which is smart on his part. But if he put himself against any striker in MMA wise, he will find out real quickly that it's a different game to play.
Yeah, I agree with you on that so much, man. Yeah.
Well, man, thank you so much for coming on, man. We're so excited to watch your next fight. We can't wait to see you back in there. And sorry for all the confusion. But if you want to shout out any social media, the floor is yours.
Like I said, you can find me on the Natural MMA, but thank you guys for having me. Like I said, I know it took some time, but I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Sorry about all that, and thank you for coming on. It was great speaking to you, man.
You guys too, man. I appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
and
Yeah.
always appreciate the love you guys show.
Yeah, anytime, man. We'll speak soon when you get that fight announcement.
Yes, sir. I'll let you guys know on that part.
All right,
All right.
well, thanks
Have
again,
a good
man.
one, man.